It's amazing how you can fall so deep in love with a person until you feel like God has sent them to you, right? And then the next moment, you realize that this person is only here to teach you a lesson. And it's like what the fuck? Until you don't even want them around no more. All they do is hurt you and lie to you and manipulate you and try to get over on you. But at one point, you were so in love with that person. And this is how I learned what it is to, when you have a person that comes into your life, to really give you a lesson and really meant to be in your life for a reason. And I realized the majority of the men that I've had in my life were to teach me a lesson. And honestly, a lot of the men that I've been with in my life, I always caught them at my lowest moments. I've never been with a man at my highest moments. Because every time when I did meet a guy at my highest moment, I wasn't focused on a man at the time. But when I'm at my lowest moments, that's when all men just comes across. And I tend to be with them. But now, where I am in life right now, I know exactly what I want. I know what type of man I want. I know how I want him to make me feel. I know what I want. And right now, I'm just chilling. Because I don't want to be that woman no more that falls so deep in love with a man. And then next thing you know, I'm looking at him like, again? This is another lesson? So I think at this point, I learned my lesson. And I've been around and I have been with too many sorry men to be taught anything else. Until sometimes when we deal with a man or a woman, sometimes God do put people in our lives to teach us to be better to ourselves. And I must admit, the last relationship that I was in, I was at my lowest moments, one of my lowest moments. And when I met him, I thought that God really sent him to me to be my life partner, to be my equal. And this man gave me nothing but hell. And I realized while he was doing that, I was getting stronger in myself. And I realized that as I'm getting stronger and as I'm getting evolved, this man is still the same man that I was with the day that I met him. So when I look back at him, I'm like, this is the man that I fell in love with? And I realized that I have evolved. So sometimes when we get into relationships and our partner is not treating us the way we deserve, you got to look at you, see how much you have evolved. Because if your partner can't evolve with you, all you got to do is look back at that man or look back at that woman and see how he is. And it's like, damn, I used to think that way about myself. I used to put up with that. And this how you know that this person was sent to teach you a lesson. This person was sent to help you evolve. Because sometimes you got to go through a lot of pain to evolve. Sometimes you got to go through a lot of pain in order to grow. And now that I have grown so much, I now know what kind of man that I really deserve. So even if I was to fall right now and go back into my depressing ways, I have grown and evolved so much as a woman until now, even if I were to go back and fall, I know what I need to where though I still wouldn't settle. Because I have dealt with so many men that was not good for me until I have evolved spiritually. So whether I am up, whether I am down, whether I am weak, whether I have my most strength, I know at this point I could never be that woman that I used to be because I have evolved so spiritually until I know the man that is destined for me. And the man that is destined for me is going to help me evolve. He's going to help me be the better woman because he is true to himself and he has evolved with the man. When you are a woman or a man and you dealing with someone that haven't even evolved within themselves, all that person is going to do is make your life worse because they don't even know who they are. So I am very fortunate and I am thankful that God has sent many people in my life to break me because I needed someone to break me because I had to really pull myself together. And the fact that I am now pulled together, I would never let any of my exes or any man or anybody break me because I am so far together until I can look at you. I can even give you some of my time, but you will never get that energy that you used to get because you were not worthy of it. So sometimes we got to be grateful for the bad things and the good things that happen in our lives. Sometimes we got to be grateful for the good people and the bad people that comes into our lives because every day is a lesson. You know, we all live on this planet. We all live in this life to experience life and to learn lessons and to grow. And now I know what type of man that I really, really need in my life. I need a man that's going to nurture me spiritually, that's going to nurture my mind, that's going to nurture my heart, that's going to nurture me. I don't need a man to just have sex with me, that can just give me money. 'Cause I can find any man to give me money that can give me sex. I can get a wet ass anyway. But if I can find a man that nurtures my spirit, that nurtures my heart, that nurtures my mind, and the only way you're going to get a man or a woman that can do that because he is nurtured. You know what I'm saying? When you get a man that don't know how to nurture your heart, that don't know how to nurture your mind, that don't know how to nurture your spirit, he don't even know himself. So the fact that he don't even know himself and you not even nurtured in that way, y'all basically just troubled souls that is living this life together. And as long as y'all is troubled souls, y'all will never evolve together because y'all don't even know where to evolve. Y'all just going to tolerate each other foolishness, each other lack. Because neither one of y'all don't even know what y'all need in order to be fulfilled. But luckily, I have. And right now, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling right now. And I'm just waiting on that man that is true to himself, that has evolved in himself. And once I find the man that has evolved with himself and is true to himself, and now that I have evolved within myself and I am true within myself, once I find that man and that man finds me, it is going to be an energy that no one can come in between. Because I know that he would never lie to me. He would never cheat on me. Because he knows that he has a good thing. And it is very hard to find a woman these days that has evolved within herself spiritually, that has evolved in herself mentally. It is very hard to find a man or a woman that is like that. And when you have found someone like that, believe me, getting over on them is like getting over on yourself.